nBridge is a software that allows you to connect various third-party control devices to a DS100 in a centralized way in order to monitor and manage them. This tutorial gives a quick overview and shows how to set up an nBridge project. The UI is divided into 3 views for management, monitoring, and setup. The settings page is where the bridging to a DS100 is set and where other third-party remote devices can be added. The other views can be hidden. If you want names of sound objects to be displayed, this can be set here as well. To connect nBridge to a DS100, the IP address of the DS100 has to be added. The software offers a search function that scans the network for suitable devices and displays their IP addresses. As soon as the IP address of the DS100 is entered, nBridge can go online. If there are 2 DS100s in a system, the second DS100 has to be added here as well. To do so, select a second DS100 mode and add the respective IP address. The modes are off, when not using a second DS100, extend, for multiplexing to 128 sound objects on 2 DS100s, parallel, for bridging messages to 2 DS100s simultaneously. In this mode, the A and B buttons select which DS100 is monitored, and mirror, for using 2 DS100s but only one as active. In this mode, nBridge automatically switches to the other one when the currently active one no longer responds. To add an external remote control device, the respective type must be activated. Then, the IP address of the device must be entered. In case of an OSC device, the port number through which nBridge sends and receives OSC control data is required. Ensure that both endpoints have matching port numbers set. The statistics page shows a graphical representation of the current bridging protocol load in messages per second. The different active devices are represented with individual colors. Additionally, there is a tabular log view of the last 200 messages received. The monitoring of messages from the DS100 can be switched on and off in the legend at the bottom. The Sound Objects page shows a table where the influence of control devices can be managed for each sound object individually. An empty list means that nBridge forwards the control data messages from all devices to the DS100 and back. To manage control data on specific sound objects, proceed as follows. Use the plus buttons at the bottom to add sound objects, and remove them with the trash button. Once enabled in the settings page, the names of the DS100 matrix inputs are displayed here. For each object, it is possible to specify which mapping area it uses, whether it can be controlled via the nBridge user interface, and whether nBridge reads its state. In addition, for each active external control, there is a mute button for this object. Engaging the mute button deactivates the control for this specific sound object. This can be useful when one OSC device shall replace another during a show. For example, if a performer on stage loses a tracker tag and the position needs to be set manually from the console.